What's up guys, today I'm going to be making my own Senkos. I'm going to show you how I do it. So to start off with, you have to have some kind of mold. I have this mold that makes 3 5-inch Senkos. And you need some, you can do soft plastics that you've used and you can't fish with anymore, or you can buy this plastic stuff. I use used soft plastics. Right here, they're already melted some and they're starting to harden up again, but I'm going to show you how long I melt it for and how I fill the molds and what my Senkos look like. So all the materials that I use is, as you can see, the 2-cup measuring cup, and I use a knife to mix the melted plastic. And you need some kind of microwave. You don't want to use a microwave that you use a lot. This microwave is only used for this. And you need some kind of syringe to fill your molds with. And then you need some kind of clamps to hold your mold together. These are the clamps I'm using. And I also use some heat-resistant gloves because the syringe, when you fill it up with the melted plastic, it gets really hot. And so let's go ahead and start. So I normally start out with heating them up for a minute and a half. And as you're heating it up, you can get your molds. You can put the clamps on your mold so you're ready for when it's all melted to fill the syringe and fill your molds. Now we're just waiting for the stuff to melt. Okay, we've heated up for a minute and a half. This plastic was already a little warm, so it's going to melt faster than usual. But you should, if you're doing this yourself, you should start out with a minute and a half. But you can see it's starting to become liquid, but there's still some solid in it. You don't really want that because it's harder to put into the mold. So you mix it up some. Try to get the excess off your whatever you're mixing up with, and put it back in there for a minute. And now we wait. Okay guys, now this was another minute. As you can see, it's pretty much liquid. And you can see the glitter in there from the used plastics. Okay, now it's time to fill our molds. So first I put my gloves on so I don't burn my hands when I'm filling up the syringe. Now first, right before you put in the syringe, you mix it very good. You want to mix it to get all the glitter from the other ones off the bottom, because the glitter will be on the bottom. Okay, and now we can take our syringe. We take our syringe, make sure it's all the way down, and we can fill it up. Make sure it's all the way in the stuff, and you can start filling up slowly. You don't want to get air in it, because then you'll have air bubbles in your mold. In your sink. Hear that? That was air. You don't really want that. Okay, now we're going to fill up our molds. And you want to start to push, and then you'll feel it stop. You don't want to keep pushing or it'll come out the sides of the mold. You want to wait a second, and then you want to push a little more in. You want the circle on the mold to be pretty much filled up, because if it's filled up, it means the molds are all the way full. And if you watch it, you can see it start to go down. It's a little messy, but it's not hard to clean up once it dries. We'd rather have too much on the hole than too little. And now we just wait for it to dry. And you can go ahead and push the excess plastic out of your syringe into your mixing cup. Okay, it's been about a minute and a half. It should be pretty much hardened, like solidified, but you still want to be very easy with it because they're not fully hardened. They're just like where it'll keep its shape. Okay, let's see how they turned out. Okay, so you want to open it slowly to start out with. Just kind of work it open. And there we go. 3 perfect Senkos right there. And if you, in the last video that I posted, I was actually using Senkos that I made. They're still pretty warm, so you want to set them straight, like you want to set them straight somewhere so they can continue to harden. You can see the thing they're attached to. You can pull that off and put it back into your bag of used soft plastics. But right here you can just pull them off of that. And there we got 3 pretty good looking Senkos right there. Okay guys, I hope you liked the video. If you'd like me to do more videos on how to make Senkos and stuff like this, please let me know, and please like and subscribe.